always on the goddamn cell. They should just surgically implant a phone, a cellular phone in your women's ears.
Well, that's
man.
what the mark of the beast is.
Yeah.
The mark of the beast, the ultimate goal is to take that cell phone, which is a smartphone, is a computer, and put it in your brain.
Yeah, that would fit.
Right. That's it's a tattoo that you put on your arm. It's Motorola. Motorola made it up. Somebody look it up for me. And
yeah,
if you take, it's a video on it too, and you take the cell phone and you put it on that tattoo that's on your arm, and it activates your cell phone. Okay.
Yeah, that would fit. That would sit just nicely with you women. Because every time you see these women, they're always on the goddamn cell phone. And what the hell are they talking about? I guarantee you they're not talking about the truth. They're talking about adultery or wickedness, man. You always see these women walking around with the phone in their ear. And I guarantee you it's all about wickedness or some gossip. So when martial law is declared, you ain't going to see that no more. All right? It's going to be the time of trouble. Going back in Jeremiah 4:31, for I've heard a voice of a woman in travail. And the main ones that's going to catch hell is you women. See, after a while, a man can man up and deal with the situation at hand. But you women, man, why do you think the Lord called you the weaker vessel? It's really going to be shown during the hour of martial law when martial law is totally takes over. For I've heard a voice of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. And that's a lot of anguish too. The voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, which represents the men of Israel too, because a lot of you so-called men, a lot of you are just like women. You're nothing but black women in drag, man. That's all you are. You highly emotional, man. That bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hand, saying, woe is me now. And that's akin to the time of trouble. Jeremiah the 30th chapter, the 7th verse. For my soul is wearied because of the murderers. And once again, before Esau goes down, he's going to show why he's the devil. Because they're going to bring out they're going to brandish their weapons during the hour of martial law. They got the tanks ready. They got the MRAPs, which we've done videos on the MRAPs, the military vehicles that parade the cities. We've actually seen them, man. And they were showing themselves in their pomp during the so-called parade when everybody was liquored up and acting stupid. You had them MRAPs going down the street, and them guys in the MRAPs, they weren't acting silly and looking stupid. They had that look on like, give me a reason so I can use this 50 cal weapon I got in my hand here.
Yeah, I found it. This is entitled I Unlock My Phone with a Tattoo. And there's a picture. Just put that in, it'll come up. And there's a picture of the cell phone with a person with a tattoo on their right hand on the inside. And what you do is you and there's a video on it too. And you take the phone and you put on that tattoo, but it's a temporary tattoo. But the next step is to actually put the chip in your arm. So they slowly quickly getting you used to this this new technology.
You people, man. You know what, man? And that once again, man. Nate and Johanna and them guys, man. Them you guys that's following them. Elder Tahar made a statement before we started filming. That's scriptural. Be no more concerned how the ungodly shall be judged. Yep. But be concerned how the righteous shall be saved. So you guys, man, I mean, the only way we talk about you, Nate, and all you guys, if the Spirit, get on us to talk. But really, man, it's gonna get to a point where the Spirit of the Lord may have it where we may not talk about you no more because the Most High is just ready to roll on you, man. Okay, all you guys that's following these guys, and someone don't listen to them guys, them madmen talking about the chip and all that mad. It's right there in front of your face. That dude Nate is nothing but a big black ass Judas goat, man. That's all he is, man. And all you guys that keep on following him, man. Keep on following him. And then you niggas, you jakes out here, y'all worried about the cops putting chokeholds on people. Yo, that's that deal, man. That the white man showing you he's the devil. And them cops already been ready to start fucking you niggas up. putting chokeholds on you. Y'all crying. Y'all got owl shot. They put a chokehold on a pregnant woman. Y'all ain't seen shit yet, man. We've been telling you for the longest time that you niggas was gonna get it, man. We've been telling you for the longest time that these cops, they gonna stop playing games with you, man. So now they putting chokeholds on your ass, man. That's good, man. That's good.
That's wonderful.
Okay? And you goddamn, I hope that was a black ass woman they put that chokehold on too, man. And guess what? They gonna keep doing it, man. More niggas, they gonna roll up, they gonna put chokeholds on you, them red naked chokes on you, them guillotine chokes on you, and choke your ass out, man. Because they don't care about you, man. Okay?
There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of grounding and pounding, a lot of laying low by them machine guns. Hey, it's prophecy, man. This is the book of Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, the 2nd and the 3rd verse. It says, well, let me start the first verse. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, which Moses and Samuel represents two great men of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which the Lord Yahweh had respect to. He had respect to Moses and Samuel. But he said, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. And what people? He's talking about you niggas, who are known as Israelites in the Bible. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And that is why we're out of the land of Israel, all right? That is why we're over here in America, brought here in cargo slave ships, brought here in slavery. And not just America, all over the world. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, which we're supposed to tell you, you so-called Negroes, you tribes, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death. So that's what's coming, the season of death. All right? And such as for the sword, which represents destruction, to the sword. So that chokehold is like a sword. Because the sword represents destruction. And such as are for the famine, which we've been telling you, the famine is coming, to the famine. And such as are for the captivity, to the captivity. Now, what's an example of the captivity? Those concentration camps, those detention centers. Now, we told you about the King Alfred plan, and that plan is to detain 21 million Negroes. So what is that? That's captivity. Then you have something called quarantine, because when that Ebola virus and the different viruses are spread, and they bring that disease warfare, you're going to have quarantine centers. Quarantine is another word for quarantine is captivity. Okay? Captivity. Quarantine, captivity is the same thing. So the Lord is speaking about famine. He's speaking about the sword. He's speaking about captivity. Then he says in the third verse, and I will appoint over them, you tribes, 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear. Now, a lot of those different military groups, they carry them dogs with them. In England, they call them Alsatian. Over here, they call them German Shepherds. And those German Shepherds, they're the most intelligent dogs out of the dog family. Them German Shepherds are going to rip all your ass off of you niggas, man. Because they're going to sick them dogs on you. A lot of times you'll see those policemen, they'll pass by in their cars, and they'll have a German Shepherd in the back. And they'll have the meanest look, man. Then they'll start barking, rah, 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 like he just can't wait to get out that cop car and tear some ass up, man. Well, that's the scripture right there. The Lord said, I will appoint over you 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, or of the heaven. Which reminds me of the movie The Birds. Hey, that might happen. Most High might put the spirit on the birds. The birds might start pecking you niggas, man. Pecking your eyes out. You know? Hey, in the movie The Birds, right, which was directed by Alfred Hitchcock, there's a scene where the Irish guy is in the bar and he's drinking and he goes, it's the end of the world. and so the Most High might put the spirit on them birds, man, to get busy, man. You know? Hey, you ever seen them we've seen it, a baby hawk swoop down on its prey. They're merciless, man. And they got them sharp-ass talons. And once they grip onto you, that's your ass, man. A lot of them birds, man, they're going to swoop down you niggas, man.